All right, we are standing right on the verge of a totally new era for ultimate speed. Welcome to this explainer on the future fastest cars of 2026. These are the absolute apex machines expected to define the next chapter of automotive performance, and they're pretty much reshaping everything we thought we knew about both the road and the track. Seriously, imagine a world where the actual limits of physics get totally rewritten by a completely new breed of machines. It kind of makes you wonder, right? What if the absolute fastest car in the world hasn't even come close to its full potential yet? For decades, we've chased top speed using the same basic formulas, but today we're standing on the precipice of a completely new frontier of performance. Okay, let's just dive right into this by establishing the four core pillars driving this whole 2026 revolution. Because look, the future of speed, it's not just about slapping in a bigger gas tank anymore. We're looking at hybrid power, purely electric performance, incredibly advanced lightweight materials, and totally revolutionary engineering. These four elements are the new blueprint, so keep them in mind, because they're basically the DNA of every machine we're about to look at. Starting our countdown at number 5, we've got the Ferrari F80, marking a totally new era of Italian performance. Notice how Ferrari is leaning heavily into their deep Formula One heritage here. They are dropping this wild twin-turbo hybrid powertrain right into the chassis. But the real magic is how they pair that with active aerodynamics and extreme lightweight construction. They're pulling direct inspiration from the racetrack to keep this car planted at mind-bending speeds, pushing Ferrari firmly into the next generation. So the crazy takeaway here is the raw output. Over 1,100 horsepower? I mean, think about it. A figure like that used to be basically mythical, right? An almost impossible number reserved for one-off science projects. But in the 2026 landscape, over 1,100 horsepower is honestly just a drop in the bucket. It literally barely gets you 5th place today. It's a stunning realization of just how high the bar has been raised. Moving right along to number 4, let's look at the McLaren W1, the highly anticipated successor to the legendary P1. To absolutely dominate the track, McLaren is bringing a ferocious hybrid V8 system to the table. And to handle all that raw power, they've engineered this ultralight carbon fiber chassis alongside advanced active aerodynamics. The engineering philosophy here is all about ensuring maximum track performance, keeping all that kinetic energy firmly glued to the pavement while somehow remaining entirely road legal. And just like that, boom, the W1 bumps our benchmark up to over 1,200 horsepower. Seeing numbers climb this fast really highlights how rapidly this hybrid evolution is accelerating. We're only at number 4 on the list, and we've already easily surpassed the 1,200 horsepower mark. Now for number 3, the Bugatti Tourbillon, which honestly represents a completely new chapter for the brand. What's really fascinating here is how Bugatti is completely rewriting their own legendary rulebook. For like 2 decades, they were defined by that massive quad-turbocharged W16 engine. Well, that era is officially over. What's taking its place? A cutting-edge, naturally aspirated 8.3-liter V16 hybrid setup. It is a massive, super interesting pivot from brute force combustion to highly sophisticated hybrid technology. By merging their world-renowned luxury craftsmanship with this crazy new hybrid tech, the Tourbillon delivers a breathtaking 1,800 horsepower. Just let that sink in for a second. We literally jumped 600 horsepower, just going from the 4th to the 3rd spot on our list. It's an absolutely astronomical figure for a luxury hypercar. Coming in extremely hot at number 2, we have the Koenigsegg Jesko Absolut, the ultimate top speed chaser. Now, unlike the others we've just talked about, Koenigsegg is actually sticking strictly to internal combustion, but man, they are pushing it to the absolute mechanical edge. They're running a twin-turbo V8 on high-octane E85 fuel. Paired with a drag coefficient that literally slices through the air, this car is a loaded weapon just waiting to be fired down a runway. In fact, an official maximum speed run hasn't even been completed yet. This twin-turbo marvel cranks out a staggering 1,600 horsepower on that E85 fuel. Now, sure, that's slightly less than the Bugatti we just looked at, but the Jesko's extreme low drag is tailor-made for absolute maximum velocity. But hey, if you think 1,600 or 1,800 horsepower is the absolute ceiling of modern performance, wait until you see what happens when we abandon gasoline entirely. Which brings us to the number 1 spot. The Rimac Nevera R, the next-generation electric apex. This right here is the undeniable electric peak we've been building toward. Well over 2,000 horsepower.
By leveraging advanced battery technology and independent electric motors, the Nevera R delivers instant torque and off-the-line acceleration that combustion engines just physically cannot match. EV technology has fundamentally hacked the world of speed.
When you look at it laid out like this, the evolutionary story is crystal clear. You've got Koenigsegg maxing out pure combustion at 1,600 horsepower, Bugatti pushing hybrid integration to 1,800, and then Rimac's pure electric powertrain literally towering over them all at over 2,000. It paints a pretty definitive picture of where raw power is heading in the automotive world.
Before we wrap this up, let's quickly hit some honorable mentions that are also shaping the automotive future. Because look, powerhouses from every corner of the globe are pushing their own boundaries. Whether it's the Aston Martin Valhalla, the F1-derived Mercedes-AMG 1, the Lamborghini Revuelto, the beautifully crafted Pagani Utopia, or the upcoming SSC2 Atara Striker, the hypercar landscape is fiercely competitive right now, which means you, the consumer, and the world of speed ultimately wins.
So what's the big takeaway for the future of hypercars, beyond just engine size?
The reality is, tomorrow's fastest cars aren't going to rely on sheer displacement alone. Actually, scratch that. It's more about integration. Manufacturers are weaving together hybrid systems, potent electric motors, and artificial intelligence, all wrapped in lightweight carbon fiber and incredibly advanced aerodynamics. The goal isn't just making vehicles faster anymore. It's making them dramatically safer and significantly more efficient on both the road and the track.
From hybrid V16 monsters to all-electric apex predators, the future of speed has literally never looked more exciting. The next generation is going to completely redefine what's possible. So I'll leave you with this. Which of these future hypercars are you most excited to see hit the track? Think about how rapidly this technology is moving, and just imagine what we'll be driving 10 years from now. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and keep learning.